So, here we are, finally, right? But it's gonna be my breakdown of my matches from EVO Japan. Thank you all for rooting for me when I was in Japan. Thank you for allowing me to make it over there. It was such an incredible experience. I got to meet so many wonderful people. Alj here in chat. Obviously, we hung out like the whole weekend with Huni as well and Zachariah Carey. And I met Miles too, and her family, you know, her gang. So it was super, super cool to see everybody. And then people came up to me as well, and they were saying, you know, how much they enjoyed the streams and like the content. So, um, you know, that felt super, super validating, and just insane. So my run didn't go amazing. I went 2-2 in my bracket, in my pool, and finished like 257th out of like 900 people, which is like, you know, not horrible, but like I think I was hoping for a little bit more for myself. So hopefully next time will be a lot better. We're gonna have a look at my first match here. This is, I think, against an Eddy player. Okay, so this was game 1, round 1. I lost the rock paper scissors situation, and I had to play P2. And this Eddy was like going in. Okay, I blocked that. We punished. Alright, back 1-4, the goat. Right. And then he messes me up. Okay, round 1. Very nervous. Alright. So I lose first round. Which not amazing. And then I didn't block that low. Okay. I could have done such a better punish there. Like, what kind of psychopath? Like, does down forward 1 there as a punish? Like, this thing is minus 15. I should have done at least 3-1 or like a hop kick. Okay. Right. Back to 1-4. And then I got a miss input with the running 3 there. I get launched. And at this point, like, I get a little bit scared. Here, I'm like 1 round and a half in, and it's very, very scary. So, you know, I need to pull some crazy shenanigans out of my ass. Otherwise, like, I lose. So, I managed to punish him with 3-1 here. And then I went for the mid, thinking that he would duck. And then I managed to punish him, and then kept it super safe, down forward 1 at the end. Okay. Right. And then he interrupts me here. I don't even know like how he managed to interrupt me here. I did power crush. Okay, I was +9. Down forward 1. Okay, never mind. Yeah, down forward 1, I was -1. I did down 1 2. Little bit of a flowchart of mine, and then he interrupted me. And that sucked. Okay, he didn't get the wall. I divine step, and then cooked him with the counter hit Rudolph Evil. And then I went for down to 2-4 because I thought it would do a lot more damage than, well, just a little bit more damage than up forward 4-3, and I would be able to end the round. And it worked out. Broke the throw. Down forward 4. Up back 1, I think, was a misinput. Alright. Okay, this was kind of crazy. When this happened, I was like, you know what? I will take it. So I do my wall combo here, and then I go for the Root of Evil. He blocks it. Bearing in mind, he's like at -6. I'm at -6 here. And then I don't know what he does. Like, he does some sort of punish, and I go under it with the sweep. And then the power crushes were cooking him quite a bit. Yeah, so he was pressing a lot into my pressure, so I was winning quite a little bit with the power crush situation. And then we rematched on the same stage. It was up to him, I think, like if he wanted the same stage or like not. And then this happened again. Like, I don't know how I got a misinput there. Like, to do the backhand spring backwards, but it kind of worked out in a way, in like a twisted way. I managed to punish him for that. Okay, kept up the pressure a little bit, and then he started doing Eddy things, and then he walked into 3-1, which, you know, unfortunate for him. Okay, I was expecting, okay, I was expecting a lot, like something else there, from him. I don't know what I was expecting necessarily. I was expecting him to get like, to get up and then duck, maybe. Um, and again, the power crush was cooking him. This wall conversion, I dropped it, but, you know, it kind of worked out in the end. Divine Step, and then a Power Crush, and then down for a 3. Honestly, not the cleanest round ever, but down for a 3-8. Okay, Divine Step was like saving me quite a little bit here. That was a nice swift punish from his end. I ducked, and then I got up into the throw. And then I floated him. Didn't get the wall. I should have tried for like a wall situation there instead. I think that would have benefited me a lot more. And then I managed to punish him again for this move. And then I realized he was gonna sit down no matter what, so I decided 3. I didn't break the throw. And then Divine Step works. The one time she actually lands on his head. Okay, I tried to float him out of that. I guess I was late, or like you cannot anymore. Okay, he blocks Feisty Rabbit, but then he doesn't punish. Like, I think he was a bit late with the punish. And again, the Fire Crush was cooking him quite a bit. That was actually kind of nasty here. That was really quite nasty. So Power Crush, and then Feisty Rabbit into Duke Glide into throw. He got up and then got hit by Root of Evil and then ducked into back turn 2. Yeah, I had a feeling he would be ducking. Like, no matter what I did, based on how he was behaving in the whole set, I had a feeling he would duck, so I just committed to the Power Crush. I was so far ahead, like life lead wise, that I could afford to get like my Power Crush punished, you know? Let me see my reaction. What happens here? Oh, that's cute. And then he was telling me about the controller, and I had no idea what he was saying to me. Like, but he needed his cable from the PS5. Okay, let's get into this match because this is quite juicy here. Let me skip to the... Okay. I cannot believe this recording is like... Half of this recording is just the prep. Even Harada showed up to meet Du, and then he spat in my face. And I said, "Excuse me?" And I said, "Thank you very..." Ain't no way. Okay, yeah. You can already see, like, my backdash is so crooked. Like, on P2, my backdash is not what my backdash is on P1. It's so bad. However we move, you know? Managed to get the counter hit, back 1. Wait, how did I go into back turn there? Oh, I think down 1, 2. Okay, so counter hit back 1 into QCF 3+4. I didn't commit to 3-1 to QCF 2-1. And then I landed another one. Okay. The pressure was pressuring. I got scared. And then I just popped the heat first. He could have parried me there, I think, for the 3-1. And then this was crazy. I did the slide and then I immediately went into hop kick because I just assumed that he was gonna do some sort of low. And then I just kept it simple, you know, I didn't want to go too crazy with the combo in case I drop it. I was already like less confident because I was on P2, but I think my best performances have been on P2 in this tournament, for sure. Okay, I got hit by the low. Right? Not committing to QCF 2-1. That was a mistake. And then the slide. And then I think I win here with heat dash. Yeah. Okay. That was pretty clean. That was not so bad. Okay, just... I got a misinput there. I think you can even see it in my face. So I was like, what the hell? Like my head just did like a little bit of a turn here. I was like, okay. Right, okay. Root of Evil, the throw from back turn was actually cooking people quite a bit. Much like the London event I participated in, the throw from back turn, it was actually eating so hard. And then I messed up the punish there. It should have just been wall standing 4. Or like wall standing 1 2, maybe. But wall standing 4 would have been okay. And then I sidestepped that. It felt so much easier to sidestep this move offline than it like doing it online, you know? And then what stage did we get? Okay, again Maji Temple. That's okay. I'll just leave the background running. You want your cable? Not you want your cable back. I think maybe he wins this one. I forget. Okay, I blocked the low. Root of Evil. I was doing a lot of 5 CR from back turn, and I was stepping the power crashes quite a bit. Like, and then I got messed up there at the wall. I managed to interrupt him, and then, okay, back 1 into QC +4. Okay, that was a bit of an aggressive read from me. I thought he would do a down 3 there, as I hop kicked. So I thought I could just like read him. What kind of pad is that? It's a Hori Octapad. Hold on, it's this thing. You can do exclamation controller and then it will come up. Alright, so this combo was really good. And then he interrupted me. He wall stabbed me with a throw. I blocked the slide, and then I just go into this pressure, insane pressure, and then do I die to Rage Art here? Okay, never mind. I died to this thing. Yeah. Unfortunate. I think I overextended here. I needed to be a bit more careful. Had I just done like down jab into full crouch down forward 1, maybe that would have been better. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think just heat burst into sidestep or heat burst into nothing would have been better. Because then I wouldn't have died to that whole string. And then Wall 73 was kind of a misinput there, but it kind of worked out. I kind of panicked when I saw him whiff, so I just did 3+1. And then I was just kind of hungry for the heating gauge. And I burned my heat a bit too quickly. He was a bit more patient than my previous opponent. But I had a feeling if I tried the power crush enough, it would work. I don't know. I had a feeling that if I just go for like the no mix up, you know, it would work eventually. Yeah, and then he kind of got cooked to the wall there. And then, hold on, what happened here? That was actually really quite nice. The sidestep into hop kick. Okay. Yeah, I was doing this quite a bit in this set. I was doing back 1 into like long sidestep, and then power crushes would just completely whiff. I don't know, it felt so much nicer sidestepping offline than it does online. That was a really good block on his side. And then I just get hit by everything here. And it's starting to look very spooky. I'm on the wall. Okay, I get out. And then I don't get any sort of like wall situation, and she kind of cooks herself here. Like if I just did 3+4 here after the tornado, I think I could have wall that so much nicer. Like I didn't have to overcomplicate myself with the up 1+2 there. I could have just done like a simple 3+4, and hit the wall, done my wall combo, and maybe won the set right there. Instead of that, I get cooked here. Divine Step doesn't land on his head, and then it's looking kind of scary, you know? Okay, I forget that that thing is safe. This thing is not punishable. It's not like Law's flip kick. That thing is actually safe. So, me jabbing there, that was not the right idea. I should have just done like a sidestep. And then I get cooked by this thing. I pressed into the back 4 or like back 3, whatever that move is. And it's starting to look very scary. It's starting to look very, very scary. He gets the wall, he gets the spike combo, and I kind of try to turn it around. I'm expecting like a lot of power crushes just because he's ahead. So I'm trying to like make sure I keep my frames as tight as possible, and then stuff like this happens, you know, like I punish and then I expect a power crush, I do the throw, I miss my size of 3, but that's okay, and then I managed to heat burst while this thing still has tracking, because we were playing on the previous version, right? So I was able to punish that and then capitalize with 3-2, and then heat smash, getting quite a lot of HP back, and then depleting a lot of his. Nice comeback, thank you. Devoured, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's taking our cables and our controllers out. You could play EVO remotely with that cable. Wait, the way she looked back, like. Okay. Here. Okay, so here I was on P1. Okay, it's still Coliseum of Fate, so I'm just gonna keep the background running. He knows what the fans want. The behind the scenes mama. This vlog. Need to work on this vlog, you know? Okay. Is this Taihei? It is, yes. Yeah, I lost to him in winner's side, and then I lost to a different king in losers. Honestly, the beginning of it, this was kind of tea. I was kind of running my running my offense really nicely. I messed up there, and then you know he counter hits me. I stopped the power crush. I stopped the muscle armor with the lows quite a bit, and then the power crush from back turn was actually eating so much. Back of the neck light and all this. Yeah, the back turn power crushes were eating. Everybody was pressing when I was in back turn. And then I should have just committed. My instinct was that he would be mashing here 100% of the time, and I second guessed myself. I paid the price for that. I got hit. And then he was ducking a lot for the Feisty Rabbit. The Heat Smash catches him, and then he ducked. And then here, I got a misinput. I pressed the start button by mistake. And I just gave him the round. I think he was gonna win anyway, based on that. And then I told him, I was like, listen, I'm just gonna hold forward, like, yeah, it was a misinput, but you know, it is what it is. Like, he was already like on a combo, and he had rage, he still had heat. I think I was gonna die anyway, so it like didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But it was very like, I was a bit nervous after that. I think it kind of psyched me out. The way he didn't start saying give me that. No, I was very much like have the round. I thought tournament mode disabled start button. See, that's what I thought too, but like I guess, you know, it was not. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't implemented. Is that you at EVO? Yes, this is me at EVO. Okay, let's just go over like what happened here in this round. Okay, so I get hit by this, I get heat engaged, and then I guess incorrectly. Um, I miss my down one because of course. And then he catches me with the down forward 2-1. Very smart. And then I duck on wake up. So I died very fast there, second round. Okay, and then I try to be a bit more conservative in this round. And then he catches my fights rabbit from back turn. I should have maybe done like a back turn down 2 or back turn 3 there. Okay. Jab checking, and then he was checking me with the down 4. I kept whiffing down 1. I don't understand how I kept whiffing down 1 when this character is so big. Like, you're big, you know? And then he hop kicks me out of Feisty Rabbit, which, you know, is annoying. But, no, he had really good reactions and his defense was really good, so. Tai Hei is a legend. He's very good. I think the second match was a lot closer. And then I asked him because the whole thing was in Japanese, so I was like, I don't know. I don't know like what to press. And then I didn't realize this, but it was the same like pair of stages that I got in my previous match. Second best king in Japan. I mean, yeah, he's very good. I think this match here was a lot better for me. I was breaking throws. I was, you know, spacing him out. I was not dying to down forward 2-1. I was doing the right callouts. I should have done more back turn power crushes. That was my issue, I think, in this set specifically. And he was ducking a lot. I needed to be doing more mids. That's the problem. Okay, back 1-4 catches him, and then I end the round here with down 3. The music hasn't changed. That's okay, I'm not changing it. I would finish back to 1 more. Maybe. Alright, I didn't get heat engaged because he hit me in back turn. I was ducking quite a bit. And then I blocked the low. And like I did nothing. Which sucked. You know? And I did down back 3, like what the hell? It was a misinput, but it is what it is. I was blocking these lows though. And I was dashing towards him. I was trying to like dash block and intimidate him a little bit. And then giant swing caught me. I think maybe I lose this round here. Okay, heat smash, side up 4. Yeah, and then he ducks the 5C into QCF plus 4. Which was unfortunate, but okay. Right, okay. And then he kept me locked down here at the wall. Like, I didn't really know what to do there against all of that pressure. That pressure felt so intoxicating, like, especially offline. Like, I don't know, it felt really weird. And then, okay, this sequence of events was kind of crazy because how... Okay, he doesn't see the sweep, right? I do the QCF3 follow-up, and then that was supposed to be Ruta Viva. She does up forward 4-3, and then I go straight into the slide on whiff. I get the wall here, but no combo, and then he ducks. And then he ducks again. So that should have just been an indication here that he's gonna duck all the time. However, I overthought it, and I went for lows afterwards, because I thought, you know, he would not duck the next time, based on how that round transpired and how he got hit by everything. I thought he wouldn't duck again. Okay, and then he just like sat on the ground. Okay, and then it was looking kind of crazy here. I honestly think if I was just a little bit more careful, I probably could have ended the round here. So I hit this, then I go for the slide and it lands. Okay. Then I go for the throw, he breaks it. We trade here, and I should have just done nothing. I should have just done absolutely nothing here. I didn't know how minus I was. I didn't know how minus he was. And then he sidestepped that. And then I panicked and I go for the power crush. I think if I just played this a little bit more careful, I probably could have closed the round. Maybe just like a down 1-2, like a down 3. Just anything quick, anything fast, it would have been okay. And then I went for QCF 1-2, which he kind of punished me for. And then I panicked, I was still alive, and I went for 3+4. And I shouldn't have gone for 3+4, it's too slow. You should have let the heat smash it. I don't think I had heat afterwards. Oh, never mind. I did. I could have, yeah. I should have done it. Realistically, I should have done the heat smash there. And then figure something out afterwards. Yeah, it was just like a slither of... Okay. And then, yeah, he blocks the low here. He blocks Root of Evil. Okay. I tried to punish that. I guess I couldn't. And then I get hit by a lot of this stuff, and then it's looking kind of scary. So I was like, I have to do some crazy things, try to get a comeback. His defense is very good, 100%, yeah. Okay. Right, I get back 1-4 there. And then he gets hit by Root of Evil into back turn 1-4. And then here, I should have just done a mid. This was my issue. I should have just done a mid here. If I did a mid, I would have just won the round. He just committed to ducking. That was the issue. There wasn't much I could have done. Like, I just got the mix-up wrong. I should have just done size up 3 again. And then I ducked. Which, you know, unlucky. I should have just done size up 1+2, size up 3. It would have been fine. But I went for down 3. And then he goes for A-check here, and I lose. Yeah. Not the guy. Listen. The defense in Japan is on another level. Yeah, he was crazy. He was crazy. And then this thing here is my last set. I played against this guy. His name is Teto, and he played Zafina first. You did great. It was a tough set. Thank you. Yeah, it was a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit rough there. But we got to the Zafina, and this I kind of steamrolled him here against his Zafina. But let's see. He is a King player as well, but he chose to play Zafina against me. He was doing a lot of crazy things first round, and it was looking kind of spooky. So then I just kind of had to turn up the heat a little bit. Okay, I didn't see the Snake Edge like that low. She gets launched here. Okay. The conversion, can we appreciate the conversion? And then after my feisty rabbits got ducked a lot the previous day, I just went for the mid. You know? Okay, just checking her with down 4. Down forward 4, sorry. 50 damage from that is kind of crazy. I tried to interrupt her there, but I guess I was like too late. Divine Step kind of like saved my ass there. I managed to power crush through all that. And then counter hit with down forward 4, and then he mashes. I get the combo in. And then he tries to throw me. Okay, this was a nice duck from them. And good combo. Nice. Gets to the wall. Nice combo. Oh, he doesn't finish it. Okay. I punished that. And then that was a really weird trade here. I've never seen this happen. This was really weird. So I didn't really know what to do there, and I think I got a misinput with the 1+2. And then all of that just like hit. So like this was super fast, you know, like kind of steamrolled that. But then he swaps the king. Right, so then we go into the next match. And he picks king. And now we're into the stratosphere. And I'm just like ducking. He's getting hit by kind of everything in a way. And then he's down juggling me quite a bit. Okay, so that was good. That was a pretty fast round. And then I'm looking quite confident here. Like, I'm happy with how I'm playing. Right? I'm getting all my mixes. And then he didn't duck the feisty rabbit. I should have gone for more lows against this guy. For sure. This was so messy. This was really messy. I don't know how, like, this whole interaction happened. I went through him. And then he went for the while standing launcher. Look at the damage. The damage was crazy, by the way. I broke the throw. And then, you know, he ducks the jabs and does the homing. And I tried to move around him, but it was a bit hard. And then I don't understand how this happened here. Like, okay, so right, I do that, I finish the string. I block the down jab, and then I try to go for full card jump forward one, but then this thing is somehow faster. I don't know how. The mid punch is safe? Really? I could say it was like -10. Okay, maybe that's my fault then. Because I went for jabs. Yeah, this one, right? That little elbow situation. That's safe. I didn't realize. I thought it was -10. But I guess it makes sense if it's -9, because then I went for jabs and I should have gone for like down forward 4 really. Okay, I was finishing back to 1. I was catching him with the heat burst, right? So like, okay, and then this kind of pissed me off. 3-1 just whiffing like that in his face was insane. Yeah. Only unsafe moves are the low and the throw. Well, how can a throw be unsafe? Like, I guess you duck it, but the whiff on 3-1 was insane, by the way. Okay, and then I hit the heat smash here, and like, look how much HP he has. Like, this was... I could have ended the round here. Like, I could have just won the set and like advanced into the next round. Hi Bless, how are you? And then he just like does this like dive in move, and then I predict a low here. I predict a low and I go for up forward 3+4 here. I shouldn't have. I should have played it a lot more safe here. Yeah, so then he does a lot of damage here. But then he misses his combo. So I just think because of the whiff, like I have a little bit of leeway. However, I was wrong. And he just goes straight into a throw and I die. Did I update OBS? A while ago when I was in Japan. Right. And then he catches me with the throw here, does like 5 million damage, and then I duck. Right? So this is looking kind of spooky. You know? And then I didn't break this throw. I think I was getting like super nervous here. I don't know if you can hear, but like, hold on. Let me turn this volume up, because they were like screaming in my ear. I could like hear them screaming. Um, so like I could hear like all the screaming and shouting like through the headphones, and I was like panicking, you know. I kind of lost focus. Okay. And then I got hit by the while standing move. Alright, I punished that. And then I tried to punish that as well. And then he was doing a lot of damage, and then I got hit by the throw. And then yeah.
Yeah.
Fernando, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But my problem is that I could have just ended the set here, you know, like where he had like no life left. This was the problem. You know, like if 3-1 actually connected there, it would have been fine. I would have just gotten my heat dash and I would have probably won. And then all I had to do was like be patient here. I didn't need to jump. I didn't need to press. Okay. Yeah. So I punished. I was kind of snowballing here a little bit, like in this round. I was punishing the hop kicks quite a bit. I was kind of running my offense, like, you know. And I think my problem in this set was just like not being able to close out the match. Like I would get super close and then I would mess it up. You know, I think I went 2 rounds ahead. And then I just completely messed it up, right? Because like everything was just going in my favor here. Like this was so fast. Right? So I was feeling a little bit more confident. And then stuff just kind of started going wrong. Right? He was ducking down forward 4-4. I went for the hop kick there. Unnecessary hop kick, I think. Looking back at it now. Like there was no reason for me to hop kick there. I could have just sidestepped. I could have just like done nothing. But I expected him to press like a down jab or something, or like a throw. So I just went for the hop kick. I made some heavy reads in this match and they didn't pay off. And then I got hit by the giant swing somehow. It trapped me. Right, and then I blocked that low and then I did nothing about it. Right, and then this time I went for a throw. If I just did nothing after 1, 2, 3, which was what I should have done, like either nothing or just sidestep, I would have been okay, you know? But I messed up. And then he messes the wall combo there. I duck the throw. And then this interaction was wild here. Right, okay. Unfortunate. And at that point I was like, oh my god, what is happening? You know, and I panicked. I just kept on panicking and I made every single mistake that I could possibly make, you know? I think had I just been more careful with the situations after like 1, 2, 3 and stuff, I would have been okay. Yeah, because then he did this thing and then he went into the... Yeah, he did a safe move into that wall splat homing. And then I messed up here and I died to the throw. And yeah. The thing is, like, while all of this was happening, like, I don't... Hold on, let me turn on the volume. Like, every single time something happened, I would just hear, like, constant screaming in my ear. And I think, you know, like, that was also like part of what made me lose focus, but you know, I can't blame them for that. You know, they're just supporting their friend. Um, but it was quite distracting, like hearing all of that through the headphones. The thing is, like, the headphones were noise canceling, but you know, um, I think they were noise canceling at least. Maybe they weren't, but you know, I got really distracted and I panicked, and that was my, you know, that was the end of my EVO run. Unfortunately, I think had I just been more careful, like here, like when I was 2 rounds up, um, and just not taken this many risks, in this round, I think it would have been okay. And unfortunately, you know, um, it is what it is. I needed to be a little bit more careful. I think that is one lesson that I've learned from this event. Like, don't take unnecessary risks if you have the life lead, right? Just keep it simple. See what the opponent likes to do. If they're not showing you that they want to do a low in like a specific place, then don't try to overthink it and like try to like outsmart them before they even show you that it's a possibility. Like, let them show you that it's a possibility first. Um, and then try to react and like counteract the situation afterwards. But don't try to like outsmart them and like predict what they're gonna do when, you know, they're probably not gonna be doing what you think that they're gonna be doing. I think that was the issue here. I was trying to... I got in my own head and I was like second guessing everything. When really I should have just like paid more attention to the gameplay that was happening right in front of me, you know? I psyched myself out. Yeah. And it was really unfortunate. I think even here, like, this was really unfortunate. I think I could have just done like a Feisty Rabbit here, like after the ball standing 4, and then, yeah, I think Feisty Rabbit 3 would have maybe cooked him, and I probably would have won. How often do you use 113 as a Magic 4 style move? Not very often, I don't think. He wasn't giving me like any opportunities for that anyway. Like, you know. And then, yeah, I just panicked and everything just kind of snowballed. Yeah. So that does conclude my EVO matches. Unfortunately, you know, very short-lived run, but hopefully next time will be better. But yeah, you know, a bit of an unfortunate run, but thank you all for supporting me and thank you for watching the stream and the video. I will be publishing this soon. I'll be editing it all together. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, good night.